I was a fire team leader Marine, um, cook, best in the 1st Marine Division, the awards. And then I got, while I was got rear-ended at 20 miles an hour at a stop sign on base by another Marine. I was a passenger in a 280ZX. So it kind of really thwarted my career, basically, in the military. And I was never the same after that. Got treatment, but then, of course, years later, it's compounded, you know. So
Right.
headaches,
Wow.
vision, yeah, everything connected. Vision, headaches, and of course, being diagnosed with all the service connection stuff. I believe it was the way all the information was handled by the evidence team, getting the records uploaded, looking, and how everything was worded. And then, of course, what I really loved is the follow up. The communication has been great too. There's a couple times I put in a call in, I had to kind of wait to get a call back. Um, there was only one example I came out of. I was kind of like, I don't know, because I was expecting them to do more examination towards my shoulder because it's all tied, everything's tied together from the accident. But then they said, oh, I can only do what's related to what's to your file, what you were related for. And I'm like, so obviously, when they put that in my file, originally they wrote it down a way they probably shouldn't have wrote it down because the whole back was affected, including the neck. So that's why the push to go forward, even after this evidence comes back, that I'm waiting on, I'm seeing, I'm hoping they do the right thing and the increase is there. But there's some things I want to look at again with you guys. So, because when the paperwork comes from the VA, it's confusing. So the confusion's taken out of because I'm like, okay, I asked about this, but the paperwork is related to something else. It doesn't tie in with the pact, because that's something that came up. I asked you guys about, was the pact. And it said something we could work on later after we're done with all of this. So, yeah. So um, that's what been the greatest help for me trying, because I was going on my own originally. When I got the original rating, I did it on my own, and then I reached out to the DAV to assist me. So I had a rep with me that went when I had to go to a federal building and have a meeting, and that to get my approval to override what came back in the findings because the proof was all there. They just didn't give me the favorable ruling originally. So this actually was helpful. Uh, well, it was a sigh of relief, but then there's that it came back favorable. But then there was the part too. I'm like, okay, and I'm reading some of the stuff, and there's stuff that the course they'll push back and try to deny, and denied it. I'm like, okay, well, we're going to go back to the drawing board and work on this and with this. So I'm excited, but then there's a part that's like, okay, let's go back, let's get this other 10% on there. But then knowing that the deferred hasn't been come fully in yet, which is affecting me. And then finding out the side effects, and there was like 182 pages. That you guys have a team and people are in in it to help, but then there's people need to be, they're making a living too. They got to get paid for the services. So it made sense, because he did let me know there would be a fee, a one-time fee, and going up. But then it just made sense. It's like, you know what, this takes the workout. I don't have all the time to be running through the loops because I remember the original time doing the filings, how much time it took me and running I had to do. And it would still have some running to do, but it was the time trying to go through all the paperwork